Well, I was did theater and film most of my young adult life, and when the theater show I was with got canceled and had me work, and my buddy Devin Seabold just got into comedy, and he told me that I should take my theater talents to a different stage, and so he helped me start. He got my foot in the door in comedy, so it was just doing stand-up comedy was just a way of filling the void of being absent from being on stage. It's just taking over, so. It was a little different. I thought I did good, and I was confident, but it turned out I wasn't. There's a different art to doing stand-up comedy than doing theater art, and it was making that transition was probably one of the most difficult things. But my first time up, I was nervous, just like any other stage fright. I was just kind of in my own head, thinking I did really good, and I actually bombed out of the ballpark. I was just asked that question today. I got three that I can think of right off the bat that always make me laugh, and that's the original Bill Cosby himself, Dave Chappelle's Killing 'Em Softly, and Dane Cook's Vicious Circle. Those are the three that really stand out to me the most, that I can say that I've watched that made me cough laughing, like grabbing my stomach because I was hurt. That's good. I'd say Saturday Night Live, probably the best sketch comedy influence of anything that was one of the things that inspired me to get into theater, actually, was Saturday Night Live, and a lot of the great performers of yesterday. I'm real big on old school performers. Wow, I'd have to say Night Court. Probably my all-time favorite is just Night Court. I don't think there was ever an episode I didn't like that didn't make me laugh. It was crazy. It was like, if I ever get in trouble, that's the court I want to go to. My parents, we watched a lot of comedy films, and I was highly influenced over a lot of the old school stuff, like with Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder. I'd say probably one of my favorites, though, would be Support Your Local Sheriff with James Garner. That's probably one of my all-time favorites. Any of the blue-collar guys, that would be awesome. I mean, I've met so many comics, I just never got to meet any of the blue-collar guys. That's one of my goals in life, is that I would love to be able to sit in a room and just don't even talk about comedy, just talk about country stuff. Number one person that I would have loved to have been roasted by is Rickles, Mr. Warren. I'd say that Greg Girardo, who was one of the roasters on Comedy Central, rest his soul. I'd love any of the ones that are current roasters on Comedy Central to be involved. But to be honest, if I ever did get roasted, I think I'd much prefer to be roasted around comics that know me. I mean, it would always be a great treat to have some celebrity you don't know come in, but as far as for me, I would like some of these Melbourne comics, Duncan J, some comics I know in Dallas, Fort Worth, some out in LA. If they all came together, it's the ones that truly, have been there, and seen my career. I've seen their career. So that's really, who your best comics are. If you think about it, that's the ones you see all the time. Headlining and continuing to tour the country, hopefully. I think that they should bring back the slapstick, like Three Stooges, Laurel and Hardy. They need to bring back more of those old school type of comedy. I think that's what our world's missing right now is a lot of old form. and get away from all this mainstream reality TV. But I will say that I do admire the Impractical Jokers, because that just seems like the kind of stuff that me and my buddies I grew up with would do to each other. So. Just Google The Angry Texan, and my website is still being worked on. Twitter handle is Angry Texan Comic, and you can find me Gregory Perritt on Facebook, or just type in The Angry Texan. Oh, just understand that we all get pissed off all the time, but it's to be able to take a step back and laugh at it, to look at the things that make us mad, that frustrate us the most, is actually some of the most funniest things on this planet. Hey, I'm Gregory Perritt, The Angry Texan. You can check me out on cutiepie.com. And for all your other needs, got to Google stuff these days. That's all I really got to say.